Welcome into the Chiefs Report. I am Harrison Graham, your host here from Chat Sports. And on today's show, we got some more Chiefs news and rumors, some reaction coming out of that loss to the Cincinnati Bengals. So stick with us. We'll cover it all here on today's show. Patrick Mahomes, did he suffer an injury in that game? Injury is a loose word. He tweaked his foot a little bit in that loss to the Bengals. You probably remember the play. It was 3rd and 3, and tried to step up in the pocket when Orlando Brown got beat yet again, and a defender kind of dove from behind and kind of, wrapped up his foot a little bit weird, limped off. He ended up playing the rest of the game, but said he'll be fine after the game. I'm guessing, maybe a little bone bruise or a little bit sore on that front, but not anything overly concerning. More on his game against the Bengals here. I thought he was good, but not great. It was a weird game because you felt like the Chiefs didn't have the ball that much. It was kind of a funky one. 16 of 27, 223 yards, threw for a touchdown, ran for a touchdown, didn't throw any picks, so it's not like he had any back-breaking mistakes or something like that. But I think what Chiefs Kingdom and NFL fans and just, people who follow the league are wondering now is, do the Chiefs have a Bengals problem? That is kind of the theme of NFL Overreaction Monday today. Are the Bengals the Chiefs' kryptonite? I'll ask you guys. What do you guys think? Are the Bengals the Chiefs' kryptonite? Like, is this the team to worry about moving forward for Kansas City? Type Y for yes, type in for no. You've lost 3 straight to them. Get your votes in. I'm curious to see what the Kingdom has to say on this front. Last 3 matchups, which were 2 last year, 1 this year. Just lost the one yesterday to Cincinnati. Lost the AFC title game. Same score, by the way. That's kind of freaky. And lost by 3 last year in the regular season. It's not like the Bengals are dominating these games. But the frustrating part is all 3 of them were games that the Chiefs should have or could have, if not should have won, for sure the last 2. I mean, the one last year, total meltdown AFC title game. The one on Sunday, Bengals got out in front early, but the Chiefs really controlled the second and third quarter, like at a high level, and then they just fumbled it away with Travis Kelce's fumble and could not finish as they got outscored 10-0. And that's abnormal because in close games historically, with Patrick Mahomes at quarterback, this team finds a way to win those games. They really, really do. And I'll stand by what I'm about to say here, too. The Chiefs are a better team than the Bengals. They are. They have a better coaching staff. They have a better quarterback. I think overall they have a better roster, but the Bengals have their number. I mean, we can't downplay that. They've lost 3 in a row. Have they been close? Have the Chiefs been in position to win all 3? They have, but at the end of the day, they haven't gotten the job done. So I think moving forward, this is going to be a team to worry about because the Bengals have some ingredients that can give the Chiefs some problems, which we can outline as we go here. But you look at the latest playoff picture now in the AFC. Again, this was a high-leverage game, a playoff environment in Cincinnati. That crowd was fired up, and the Bengals got it done. So now things tighten up even more, right? Because Buffalo sitting on top there at 9-3, along with the Chiefs, with the Bills have the head-to-head, so the Chiefs are the 2 seed. Now, Baltimore, I think Cincinnati ends up winning the North because Lamar Jackson is now week to week with an injury. So I think Cincinnati ends up overtaking them because I'm guessing that Lamar misses at least a game or 2. Tennessee's not really a factor. They've kind of slipped off. They'll still win the South, but they're not in the mix for the number 1 seed. Miami at 8-4 still in the mix. So you've now gone from 1 or 2 teams in the mix, Buffalo and Kansas City, maybe Miami, to Buffalo, Kansas City, Cincinnati, and Miami potentially in the mix to get that top seed. Now, who worries you more in the AFC? Because I do think these are the 2 teams to be most concerned about. Type CIN for the Cincinnati Bengals, type BUF for the Buffalo Bills. I've said all year it's Buffalo. Starting to rethink that. Maybe it is Cincy for whatever reason. So let me know down in the comments which team worries you more in the AFC. Today's show is sponsored by Rocket Money, and if you go to rocketmoney.com/ChiefsChat, you can get signed up and going by downloading their app when you go to that link and get an account going today. And what Rocket Money does is helps you cancel unnecessary subscriptions and keep track of your expenses. And hey, listen, as a growing young adult here, I've got a kid on the way. I've got to have a budget and keep an eye on all these accounts that I have, Netflix, Hulu, Xbox Live. I just checked my bank statement the other day, and guess what? got charged for another 3 months of Xbox Live, haven't played in over a year, need to cancel it. Well, Rocket Money, you can get all your accounts set up in there by connecting your email, and all you got to do is click cancel next to a specific subscription. They'll cancel it for you. You don't have to go do it yourself. You don't have to contact Microsoft or Netflix or any of that sort. They will handle it all for you. So download the app today, rocketmoney.com/ChiefsChat. This app shows you all your subscriptions in one place, cancels whatever subscriptions you don't want at this point, and if you end up bringing back subscriptions, you have those in there as well. It can be a multifaceted app because you can keep track of what you do want to have as well. Stay on top of those upcoming bills also, and again, they will cancel any unwanted subscriptions for you. One more time, rocketmoney.com/ChiefsChat. It is rocketmoney.com/ChiefsChat. Cool thing too, it'll have the pricing listed, so sometimes Netflix has raised their prices a couple times over the years. If they do another raise, you'll be able to see that and be like, yeah, maybe that's too expensive. I'm going to go ahead and cancel. It is a great app, formerly known as Truebill. Rocket Money, rocketmoney.com/ChiefsChat. Okay, let's talk about the latest on Odell Beckham Jr. as OBJ is visiting with the Cowboys today, on Monday, and tomorrow as well. He's already visited the Buffalo Bills and the New York Giants. So, look, unless something changes, these are the only three teams he's officially visiting. Now, does that rule out the Chiefs or another team as a possibility to sign OBJ? I wouldn't say it rules it out, but logically, you would think, okay, if these are the teams he's visiting and these are the teams he's either working out for or doing medical checks with, it kind of feels like he's going to pick one of those three, Buffalo, Dallas, or New York. There's no reports, as of now, as of filming this, of OBJ taking other visits. Now, maybe he views Kansas City as a team like, I know what they're about. If they want me, I don't necessarily need to visit as long as they're cool with my medical situation, etc. But there hasn't been a lot of buzz the last week or two when it comes to Kansas City, so I do think it's a bit of a long shot. Now, I would like to get Odell Beckham. I think he'd be a nice addition. He was huge for the Rams before he had that ACL injury in the Super Bowl. I thought he made a big difference in their playoff run, and I think he could do something similar here. And look, Chiefs receivers have been kind of getting banged up, right? I mean, McCole Hardman, Kadarius Toney, Juju got nicked up yesterday, returned to the game, so that was good, but he's been kind of in and out of the lineup over the last 5 or 6 weeks. I guess what I would say is this: if you're not going to pick the Chiefs, or if the Chiefs don't end up signing him because either they don't want to or he doesn't want to, just don't pick Buffalo. Like, that just adds a whole nother wrinkle to this AFC. Like, go to the Giants, go to the Cowboys even, but don't pick Buffalo. That's another weapon that they would have at their disposal that the Chiefs would have to deal with come playoff time. Now, if OBJ signs with the Chiefs or anyone else, we will have you guys updated. We're not going to drop everything and do a full OBJ video if he signs with Dallas, but we will update you as a part of a video that day of what he ends up doing. So subscribe right now. The latest Chiefs news and rumors, major NFL storylines, things that are happening in the AFC West, we have you covered. So hit that sub button today here at the Chiefs Report. Let's talk Steve Spagnuolo. Is he on the hot seat? Obviously, last season we talked about this quite a bit. The Chiefs ended up bringing him back as the defense improved a little bit throughout the season last year. And, Chiefs Kingdom's a little bit frustrated with his defense, how it performed against the Bengals yesterday, although I would argue the offense blew it. They were up 4 with the ball and Kelsey fumbles. If you score to go up 11 with 10 minutes left, you probably win that game. But I do understand there's been some defensive lapses at times this year. You look at the defense overall, you kind of add all this up, it's kind of a league average defense. And quite frankly, while that's not great, and I think you could argue in some spots they're underperforming, that's kind of all you really expect, though, right? When you have an all-world offense and you invest major money and capital offensively, they've invested on defense too. Chris Jones, Frank Clark, some draft picks. It's not like they haven't spent over there. But when you have Patrick Mahomes in this offense, a league average defense is honestly should be good enough, and for the most part has been good enough, I would argue. I think the biggest frustration I have is the lack of takeaways. Tied for 24th with 12. Lowest in the NFL is 9, I think, so they're near the bottom in that category. The league leader, I think, is Philadelphia with 23, who's obviously got the best record in the NFL. That is a spot, especially in big games, it seems like you just don't get takeaways. They got 1 or 2 against Buffalo, but none yesterday, although I think Juan Thornhill got gypped. He picked off Burrow. They called defensive PI. I did not think it was PI, but at the end of the day, did not get a single takeaway. That is an area they do need to improve in, but if the numbers in every other category are the same and the takeaways went up like by half a takeaway per game, would we really feel this way? I mean, you held Cincinnati to 27 points, and 7 of those were off a turnover. So that's not a bad performance. The Bengals are a good offensive team. Like, the Chiefs averaged 30 points per game. You gave up less than 30. You should win that game. That's kind of how I view it. I don't love Spags, but I'm not saying like he's so bad that he needs to go either. What do you guys think? Should Steve Spagnuolo be on the hot seat? Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. I wouldn't say hot seat. I said it last year. I'll say it again this year. If they want to move on after the season and try something new, I'm fine with that. I think this defense could be better, but I don't think he's been a disaster either. I think overall, his entire tenure, he's definitely been a positive for this team. All right, loaded show today. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button. We will continue to bring you guys updates throughout the week, news, rumors, mailbag videos, a lot more as well. Preview videos also. YouTube.com/ChiefsTV. Do not go anywhere here at the Chiefs Report.